All right, welcome everyone to the Loan for Cards YouTube channel. We are playing Drug Dealer Simulator, and this is one of the most requested thing that I got, and I think it's one of those things that you probably want to watch because you want to make crystal meth. And obviously, you can't sell crystal meth straight up to the customers because it'll probably OD them really quickly and kill them, and it's pretty hard to just sell it straight up, and you're gonna lose a lot of customers that way. So this is a way to mix crystal meth and make a pretty good profit. I mean, a really good profit, and get a lot of people addicted to this, and you'll be selling this by itself. I prefer selling crystal meth over everything else because I can make this and sell it and get a lot of orders and make a lot of stuff. So basically, the first steps you need to do is you need to go to the drugstore and purchase the following things. You need to get the electric coffee mill, which holds 100 grams. You will need the crystallizer, which holds 250. Which that really until they make a bigger flask, which holds 150, it's sort of hard to. There's no reason why there's 250. So eventually, I think they're gonna get a larger flask. So don't get mistaken getting a large flask versus a large liquid tray. The liquid tray only holds 40. The large flask holds 150. Okay. The image, how it's shown, it's similar to it's same with the liquid tray. As you can see, it's just round. I think they sort of messed up on the graphics on it, which is fine. So basically, you need those. You need those following things. You need the coffee mill. You need the large flask, and you need a crystallizer. So those three objects that you need to start making crystal meth. Now, the recipes that you need are obviously crystal meth. You need a bottle of acetone, which is could be bought at the gas station. Um, I'm gonna be using Viagra, which can be also purchased from the drugstore, and also baking soda. So like I told you before, baking soda is gonna be one of the most popular things to use. So always stock up at the gas station with the baking soda whenever it says refill. The gas station has been restocked, so always get baking soda. All right. So first step is to put the crystal meth. You get 100 grams here, and just add substance. And amount to add is do 100. And right click again and do mill contents. And obviously you're gonna lose some processing loss. It's gonna be 0 to 3% doing this. While that's going, what we're going to do is get a bottle of acetone, left click, right click on one of the trays. We'll make it here. Add substance, and you want to just do one drop, okay? And just add one drop. Okay, so once that's done, we're going to click on here. We're going to right click, sorry, we're going to left click, and then we're going to right click here and do add substance. And then my formula is going to be 70 grams. We're going to make 100 grams of meth. I'm going to use 70 grams of meth on the tray. So you're going to add this. What we're going to do is we're going to use baking soda. We're going to right click, add substance, and we're going to use 25 grams of baking soda. Oh, not 2,500. That'd be nuts. All right, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do Viagra. Also note the Viagra, this is already been it's been already prepped already. You need to grind the Viagra. If you haven't grinded it yet, you want to put it into the mill and then grind it and put in your thing. So I already had this already prepared for you guys, so you don't have to watch me grind more stuff anymore. So what we're gonna do is go to the Viagra, gonna go to the tray, right click, add substance, and then we're gonna do 5 grams of Viagra. And we're gonna do is add. All right. So as you can see here, now you're looking at this. This is 101 grams, and you're like, Lone, like why did you make 101? It's gonna be explained. So right now you're gonna do is right click and do apply mix. And you can call it anything you want. This one we're gonna do is call it Blue Sky. Obviously, if you guys watch Breaking Bad, you know what that means. Blue Sky is crystal meth made in Breaking Bad. It's a 99.1% proof, which this is only going to be a 69% proof. And as you can see, and you can adjust the way you make this. This works really well. I've been just selling this formula for a long time, and I had no complaints. I get a lot of people addicted to it and everything like that. I use Viagra because it has the most addictiveness drug out there, besides fentanyl, which fentanyl is, it's a little bit way more expensive and it's a lot more toxic. So use Viagra, guys, to any of your drugs mixes because that's gonna get people addicted and people wanting more and more. All right, so once we do this, we're gonna do is apply mix. It's gonna take a minute to do that. So while this is being mixed right now, so we're gonna talk about the different type of drugs you can add. So the basic formula that I use is meth, soda, and acetone for the main ingredients for the meth. And your extra additive, it can be ibuprofen, which is right here that I have, right here, ibuprofen, which has about um, one addictiveness. You can also use Nibolanix, which is about 1.4. It's a little bit more than ibuprofen, but it's a little bit more toxic. You can use paracetamol, which is about 4, which has a good amount. It's 4 times stronger than ibuprofen. And this is probably what you probably want to use instead of ibuprofen if you want to go one or the other. Um, but I would say going back again, using Viagra, which has about the most of 7 addictiveness, and the toxicity is only 3. Okay, so you compare with ibuprofen is 12 toxicity, and Viagra is only 3. You see the difference, right? So using Viagra is going to be a lot better to use. All right, so once we get this here, you're going to click on this. Then we're going to go to our crystallizer, right click, add substance. It's going to be 101 grams. And then you're going to right click again. You're going to do crystallize contents. Okay, so while this is going, I'm going to explain why I did 101. The one extra is the acetone that we put in. When you use a crystallizer, whatever acetone amount you put, it's gonna vaporize that. So it's gonna disappear. So once we finish this, it's gonna go to 100 grams. So you'll have a perfect 100 grams of crystal meth you can use to sell to everyone. So once we're gonna do that, this will be the simple way of packaging again. You can just, once it's done, we're gonna do is right click on it and then package content. And I'm gonna show you how to do that so you can exactly see the full process of this. But again, the recipe that I have has been working. I've been testing it out. I tested it out for about a good 10 hours, like 10 real hours of just selling this thing to all the people. I only chose selling meth as my orders, and then I had the whole map taking crystal meth. I had a lot of people addicted to it, so it was a good addictiveness to it. Had no deaths, no complaints, and been selling it. And this is probably a good way to sell crystal meth to make a good profit. But once you probably want something higher, you probably want to increase the levels of the meth versus the soda and everything else. Again, you can try to experiment on different things that you want to use, but I feel that this is the best formula for now. But if you have any comments and on how which formula that works for you, that works the best, let me know. I could test it out, but I've been testing different amounts of meth percentage to baking soda, because I feel baking soda is probably the best mixer to cut the meth or cut anything pretty much. You can use baking soda for everything, like cocaine, amphetamines, and things like that. So we'll let this go. And while this is going, right, guys, you can always, make another batch. So you can sort of multitask while that's going. So that way you can make, 400 grams of meth, at once, pretty much. So you can just keep on doing this, add substance, one. And one thing to note is that whatever leftover you have in this the coffee grinder has 28.549 left. So you're not gonna be able to make a perfect one. What I like to do is have a fourth, like you see, you have a fourth tray here. I like to dump. So you're going to do is you're going to do even numbers, so you can just keep it everything consistent. 20, and then whatever leftover you have here, just dump it here. So you have 0.55 grams of here, and then everything left over, just add it to the one tray, so that way eventually you don't waste anything. All right, so we get to here, right click, package product, and again, I like to do is do. You can split it up as however you like it. I like to do it this way. This will bring you 80, and then you're gonna do spring 1, and then get to 20. Do increments of 2 because the minimum amount someone will order is 2. And I have the 1 gram here is because people sometimes order in odd numbers, like 3 or 5 or 7. So this is a good way to have an extra one of this. And then as you can see, I have 2 duffel bags in here. And then you can see the 2 packs here of blue sky and then 1 pack here of blue sky here. So that's it for this tutorial, guys. Next video I'm gonna be making is how to do um, ecstasy pills using the pill maker, and that way you can cut it up. Usually ecstasy you can sell it by itself, but some people asked to see how to use the pill maker, so I'm gonna show you how to use the pill maker and content your pills and sell your pills that way. All right, if you guys like this content, please hit the like and subscribe. Make sure to leave any comments of any questions you have. I've been answering a lot of questions for you guys, so just hit me up. I'm on the Discord, on the drug dealer Discord also. You can hit me up on Discord. All right, guys, have a good one. Stay safe out there. Peace out.